Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to do a video for you guys, but before I start, I want to do like a little short story of why I am doing this video. Well, if you're following me, you will know that I want to become a licensed midwife, and I'm also a childbirth educator and a doula. And when I talk to people, people are very interested of learning about a doula, and when they hear that I'm becoming a licensed midwife, like they get that confused because they think a doula is a person that does the same duties as a midwife, could deliver the babies and everything. And I have to tell them no. And then I give them a description of what a doula does. And so when I tell them, well, after they understand what a doula does, they're really interested of learning about me becoming a midwife. And so, they ask questions like, "Oh, so you're going to work in a hospital and or home birth?" And I'm like, "No, I'm deciding to work, home birth centers and stuff like that." And they're like, "Oh, well, wouldn't it be, better, not, I don't want to say better, but more secure, job opportunity if you worked at the hospital?" And then I have to explain to them as a licensed midwife, I will not be working in a hospital. And then they would say, "Well, I had a midwife at a hospital." And then I would have to tell them, that was most likely a certified nurse midwife. And they're like, "What's the difference?" So, hey, that's what we will be talking about today, the difference between a certified nurse midwife and a licensed midwife. And basically, this video is only going to cover, it's going to be very, very simple. I'm not going to make it like difficult and all these acronyms. I'm just going to make it really simple. And where, like, if you're interested in becoming a certified nurse midwife or a licensed midwife, this video will be good for you. Or if you're interested in learning, like, where, if, like, I'm pregnant right now, I want to find somebody and I want to deliver at hospital or birthing center, who will be my midwife? So let's start. So we're going to start with introducing certified nurse midwives versus dun 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 licensed midwives. So, where can you get care from these midwives? Where? Now let's think about it. Well, you really don't have to think, I will tell you. Certified nurse midwives. Hospitals. If you're really interested in having a birth at the hospital, but you want to experience something a little different, see if your hospital has a certified nurse midwife on staff. So that can probably help you experience your birth in a different way than you have experienced it before. So hospitals, birthing centers, I'm just going to put birth centers. And the next one I'm going to put, some people will agree with me and some people will disagree with me. And I will say, let's agree to disagree. But what I will say is both people are right. It's conditional, and it's other things that determine if you can do this or not. Home births. I had my home birth with a certified nurse midwife, and I have met certified nurse midwives that do home births. I have met certified nurse midwives that do not do home births. I have met certified nurse midwives that do birthing centers, and hospitals, obviously. But home births can be kind of touchy. Some people say flat out no. Some people say yes. And a lot of it has to do with if that certified nurse midwife is still working for the hospital. Because if they are, like, they have to follow what the hospital requires, and no, they cannot do home births. Okay? And what about licensed midwives? Where can they work? Birth centers. Yes, they can. Where else? Home births. So, most programs require a licensed midwife to have experience or training in home births. To become a licensed midwife, this is most likely required. Versus a certified nurse midwife, most likely will not get this component in their education. Okay? So, since we know where you can find these people, where, what's the education background? So, I'm going to be very simple with certified nurse midwife because I chose licensed midwife so I could really break this down. What I will do is make this really simple. And if you are a nurse or a certified nurse midwife that will like to comment below, please do that because people want to know more about this. I bet there are a lot of people going back and forth between this. So, as a certified nurse midwife, what do you have to do? Well, the first thing is you have to become a registered nurse. How can you do that? Well, you could get into a 2-year program, right, which is at your local community college, and you can get into a nursing program. Or you get into straight away a 4-year program. Go to a university, like skip community college, go straight to the university and go to a 4-year program, 4-year nursing program, right? Once you graduate from both programs, you have to take the exam equal to become a registered nurse. Okay? So, say you took the exam. That's good. Now you're a registered nurse, right? And you are thinking, I really want to become a certified nurse midwife. So what do you have to do? Well, if you went to a 2-year program and you're a registered nurse, you have to go back to school to get your BSN. Okay? If you're already a BSN, if you already are a registered nurse, my brain went blank for a second, a registered nurse, and you have your BSN, then you need to have 2 to 3 years of experience. As a registered nurse. Okay, 2 to 3 years of experience as a registered nurse. Once you do that, then you could get into a graduate program, right, that focuses on midwifery. Yay! And after you graduate from that graduate program, right, then you obviously have to take another exam. And once you pass, you are considered a certified nurse midwife. But to practice in the state of California, you will need to apply for your license, right? That's the simplified version of becoming a certified nurse midwife. So, licensed midwife. What's the training? What do you do? Well, basically, in the state of California, it is required that you find at least a 3-year post-secondary school, training, college, right? And this school has to be accredited by MEAC, Midwifery Education and Accreditation Council. So you're like, hey, I want to become a licensed midwife in the state of California. So the first thing you think, oh, I need to find a school. So you go in, Google is very easy. You Google MEAC approved schools or approved trainings or whatever. And there should be some schools that will pop up that are approved by MEAC, like accredited by MEAC. And then you can go into the website, check it out, ask people about it, call these people, find out if your vision connects with their vision and so on, research about it. And then you apply to one of these schools that are accredited by MEAC. So the next step is to enroll, and then you enroll, and then you should, hopefully, graduate. Once you graduate, this allows you to be eligible to sit in the exam, the NARM exam, North American Registry of Midwives. You take that exam, and once you pass this exam, then you are considered a certified professional midwife, CPM. Yay, that's like awesome. You want to get here. So now that you're here, a certified professional midwife, just like a certified nurse midwife, like you can't practice yet until you apply for your what? Your license. Your license in the state of California. So we're going to do a super quick recap, right? And if I was so goofy, I would have like, okay, yeah, but anyway. So, certified nurse midwife versus licensed midwife. Where do they give birth? Certified nurse midwives, licensed midwives, not give birth, but deliver the babies. They both can do it at home births. Yay. They both can do it at birthing centers. Yay. But licensed midwives cannot work at hospitals, and that's the difference between them. What do they do? I mean, where do they get their education? They both have to have education. They both need to have clinical training hours, right? And they both need to take multiple exams. It's like a process. It's not, it's like one step and then exam, the next step exam, right? So they both need to go to school. Both of their schools need to be accredited by somebody that holds a standard for certified nurse midwives and licensed midwives. They both need to graduate. And after they graduate, they both need to take another exam that allows them to become a licensed midwife or a certified nurse midwife. The exam allows them to become, for a licensed midwife, a certified professional midwife, for a certified nurse midwife, a certified nurse midwife. After they do that, they both need to apply for their license so they can practice as a certified nurse midwife or a licensed midwife. So I hope this was kind of clear. I hope it was simple. And if you are in the process of becoming any of these two wonderful professions, please comment below. If you know somebody that's interested, if you know someone that had a certified nurse midwife or a licensed midwife, please share your experience. There are so many people that would love to learn so much more about this. All right? I am so excited to read your comments. I hope this helped. You guys let me know. Until then, I'll see you next week. Bye.